Men do not fight hard enough to be a parent in their children's lives.
This is total 100% bullshit, and I'm going to tell you why. I am a victim of child alienation. Most of these children are brainwashed by their mothers. When my child alienation started, I took the police and my court order that said I am supposed to get my children on the weekends, which is not enough time. And the police said because my children was a certain age that they could say if they wanted to come or they didn't come. And my children told the police they didn't want to go with me. Every lawyer I called told me because of my children's age that if we go to court, the judge is not going to make my children come see me if they say they don't want to. Now, my children and me had a good relationship until they got a certain age. They was being brainwashed by their mother who wanted total control of the children when she herself had mental health issues. She wanted to present herself like she was the perfect mother and I was a rogue father. Because we all have interactions with our children that some may be positive, some may be negative, but it doesn't mean that we're trying to hurt our children. But she felt, oh, I got to protect my children from the big bad father when I was doing everything for my children. I was buying their clothes, paying their medical bills, buying extracurricular activities, and I was paying child support. She couldn't even get out for her lazy ass and take my children to karate, and she didn't even have a job. My children barely went to karate, and because she was so lazy, I gave her a car. I gave her a van in the divorce. When the van broke down, I bought myself a new car, and I had one extra car, and I gave her that car. As soon as that car broke, now she doesn't believe I should see the children. And outside of paying child support, I gave my children money. So she had her child support money to do whatever she wanted to do with it. And my children was getting like $100 a month in allowance. So don't tell me black men don't fight hard enough for their children, because most black men don't fight for their children because the system is not set up for them. And this was the crazy part. When we was going to go to court, I had to back off because I told her, hey, we need to come to an agreement. The children could go to a group home. She told me she didn't care. So as a black man, I had to think, damn, do I really want to continue this fight knowing she has mental health issues, knowing that she would go into this courtroom and display her mental health issues, and she already tried to make me out to be aggressive and abusive. The children could be took away from us while they trying to decide what to do with the children and placed in a group home. I had to back down. And the outcome of this, my son, because of her poor parenting, was placed in a temporary facility. And every time I text her, she's telling me, oh, everything is fine. I didn't even know my son had tried to run away, which some of it I put on my son because all he had to do was call me and I would have came and got him. But she, as a mother, should have told me that my son was not at home. But she lied to me every time I'm texting her because the kids would not text back. She would not allow the kids to communicate with me, even though I'm paying for their phones. Oh, the children are fine. The children are right. All right. So black women like this lady talking about black men don't fight hard enough for their kids need to shut up, because you don't know what black men go through trying to fight for their kids, because the system is not set up for black men. In reality, the system is not set up for men. The system is set up for women. The woman has to be, you have to go into the system and show that the woman is 100% unfit to be a mother, because if not, they're always going to pick the mother. And when you say black men decide to choose peace, that's a lie too. Because you don't get no peace. You're constantly fighting yourself trying to figure out how you can get your children to speak to you, how you can get your children back to you, wondering what's happening to your children while you being child alienated. So if women really want to help black men, especially black women, especially men in general, stop child alienation unless there's a real reason. Just because you perceive, and this is what women do, specifically with black men and in general men, they conjure up in their mind something that happened to them, and all men are bad, and somehow the courts believe that a man is bad because of what a woman perceives.